So at this location, PC Lumber, we really focus on the lumber side of things. So we'll sell lumber, we'll ship windows and doors, some trim to a 100-mile radius. So we deliver 25 to 30 loads a day on flatbeds and semis. So our guys on the Lindes are what's called load building for us all day long. So we're running 10 forklifts outside, our trucks that will come back to the store. We'll probably have those loaded in a 30-minute, 45-minute lead time so we can turn those trucks right back around.
When I first came in here, we had a multitude of diesel forklifts. We started slowly kind of transitioning just for the simple reason that we're thinking more green, the environment. So we started slowly kind of transitioning over to LP, just a better, cleaner burn. Then it was just a few short years we got to discussing electric. My biggest concern with the electrics was outdoors, which is natural. Anytime you think battery operated, there's concern. But I was assured really quick, and they convinced me that these were made for outdoors. They're weatherproof, what have you. My salesman, Ed Sitzler with Wolter, we had met quite a few times talking about this changeover in the electrics and him working diligently with convincing me that this was really the right move. Wolter was good enough to bring a couple of demos. That's about all it took. When we seen the demos, I let my guys run them. They loved them. When I asked the operators what they liked the most of it, the very first thing they said was how quiet. The other lifts that they're used to, the diesels, the LPs, was loud. The second thing they liked was how smooth it ran. And then one of the bigger things that they liked was the response time on the controls. There is no delay on these electric lifts like there is on a diesel or a LP. My next biggest concern was the winter weather, where sometimes it can shut us down. Just for the simple fact that my diesel, my LPs, lifts that we have been running would be technically just dead in the water. No traction, couldn't move around. Once we got, really for the most part, a few inches, if it got slick at all, we just had to shut down. My experience with the Lindes when these events occurred was complete opposite. Every Linde kept running. The weight distribution of this Linde, mainly because of the battery, was all the difference in the world. The uptime when we switched over to the Lindes has been really so much better. Prior, our downtime and the availability of lifts because of downtime was really tough on our production. Now we seem to be really in a good flow.
There's not any downtime with the Lindes. They're getting them out at the charging building in the mornings, they're putting them back in the afternoons, and that's it.
I can tell you that the operational costs have really dropped tremendously. Just the cost of just my services only were just my PM services actually dropped, I can honestly say, quite a bit. I would say about 60–70%.
I can go back to like June of 22 when we first started the process, and I think I looked at a propane bill. It's right at $1,500 for the bill for the invoice for that month. We looked at yesterday's, and it's right at $190, and so that's with 10 forklifts on staff. So we're saving $1,200 a month compared to when we first started being off propane.
The move we made on the Lindes was, to me, the best move we could have made. In maintaining the trucks, I keep track of all the servicing on all of our forklifts. Basically, I coincide with Wolter, period, with good communication with them. We stay on track with all of our normal services.
Wolter is like family. I mean, they're like a family-owned business, and that's what we are. And when we try to treat our customers, and we're selling windows and doors and lumber packages, and it doesn't stop for us. We service all of our products, so we look for somebody that's going to service us like a family, and Wolter to me is like family, and they've treated us like family, and I feel like we've done the same thing with them.